So this next trailer is for something called Raised by Wolves. It's coming out on HBO or HBO Max or whatever. I don't know the first thing about it. It's just the thumbnail looked kind of interesting. I don't know if this is a movie or a series, but I'm curious to check it out. So I'm going to go ahead and press play right now.
Gather round, children. The Earth was destroyed by a great war. I was programmed to protect you. And now, we start again. Does anyone know the story of the three little pigs?
Ridley Scott? Okay. Okay.
The first little pig built a house out of straw. The second little pig built a house out of sticks. But the third little pig, he built a house out of stone. One day, a big bad wolf came along and said, little pig, let me in, or I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in.
The big bad wolf she was talking about?
Mother?
That's her.
Well, it's a series. Okay. Okay, you guys, I was sitting there, I'm like, I have no idea what the heck I'm looking at. I am completely clueless. I did not expect that it was going to be something that has to do with, like, I don't know, aliens or space or something. I am lost. This is called a trailer. It felt more like a teaser because I'm clueless as all. Which isn't all that surprising because, you know, it's early morning like it typically is when I do this. This trailer was pretty short. To get to this screen here, it's just 1:35. So I'm curious to find out the synopsis of this. Like, what is this based on a book or I don't know. I don't even hardly know I don't know what to make of this, honestly. It looks odd. Now, some things I like, you know, like sometimes you see a trailer and it's got all this weird imagery and you're like, well, that looks really weird. Makes no sense. Well, of course, because you haven't seen the material yet. And then sometimes you watch the material and it explains itself. I mean, it's what you saw that was so mind-boggling is explained. But then sometimes you watch the material and you're still like, what the heck am I looking at? So I'm having the suspicion that this is going to be something like that, but maybe not. I might be completely wrong. I used to have HBO, and then I don't have it anymore. But then all of a sudden, it showed up on my I had subscribed to it, like HBO. And then it showed up on my TV streaming service now. So I don't know if it's a permanent addition. I didn't ask for it. It just showed up. Or what the heck's going on. But I have access to it now. And so maybe I will check this out if I remember. There's other stuff on HBO I'm curious to check out now that it looks like it's available to. I mean, maybe it's just some sort of like little, I don't know, trial period sort of thing, but it's been around for a month or more. And when I wrote the company asking about it, I keep getting like a bounce back on the email because like I guess the email address is wrong or something like that. But I don't know if it's still available to me when this comes out, which is just going to be in a few more weeks because we're almost at the end of August, you guys. This year. I want to say it feels like this year has gone by fast, and in some aspects it does, but in other ways it feels like it has crawled like a freaking turtle. And I'm so ready for this year to be done. And I don't know that things are going to get any better by next year, but 2020 has just left a bad taste in my mouth. I hate this year. And I am so ready for a new one. Anyway, well, that was a tangent, but getting back to this. If it was, if it's available to me, maybe I'll check it out. We'll see. Maybe it'll be something that I decide to like watch if I end up doing, reactions to episodes and stuff. Someone had mentioned to me just tonight, I read the comment, I think something about, they said they had, that they'd been watching my Witcher reviews and that they liked that format better, or something along the lines of they liked it better, or something like it would be a lot of editing to do a reaction video to, episodes and movies and stuff. And they're not wrong, because it is. I'm still working on Train to Busan. I don't know when I'll be done editing that thing. I mean, it is something I'm really interested in, to add to the channel, because this is kind of my way to watch stuff and just talk about it with you. Reviews are definitely easier to film after the fact. I mean, typically my setup was I would find some images from the show or the movie that I was reacting to. I'd put them up and I'd have them on this slideshow loop while I'm talking about the material. The only downside to reviews is that by the time I get around to filming a review, sometimes I am several weeks or a few months removed from when I've actually seen it. Now, The Witcher was an exception. I would watch the show in the afternoon. I would take breaks from work and watch the show. And then in the evening, excuse me, my lips are really dry. I'm going to keep licking them. I'm going to get them chapped. And then in the evening, I would film my review. So it was pretty efficient, and I was really close to, having seen it. So I remembered stuff pretty well. Most of the time, that's not how I film things. And I don't know. I'm still debating. I mean, it is something that I think would be fun, but it is also quite a bit more time and editing work. And it's not that I mind editing work. It's kind of relaxing and, enjoying, to kind of go back and fix your stuff and put the music in and all that. But it does take time. And so I don't know. I guess I'll figure it out as I go along. But there's all these things that I am interested to watch. And sometimes I feel like if I actually add this to my channel, if I make it a point to put it in my channel, that I will really be able to watch things more than I do now. I'm always like, oh yeah, I'd like to check it out. And sometimes I do, like I'll play it up on the TV while I'm working. But if it's really something that I want to pay attention to, sometimes I just don't have I'm working and I'm not always, okay, this is what it is. I'm not always in the mood when I'm able to sit down and actually watch something. I'm not necessarily in the mood. Maybe I'd rather be editing videos. But I feel like if I added it to my channel, I would be forced to actually watch stuff, if that makes sense. Yeah, I would have to watch it because it's content I'm creating. So what I need to do is figure out a better, more efficient system of doing this, and maybe not trying to put too much on myself as far as what I can put out as far as that aspect of the channel goes, like, movie reactions or show reactions, because yeah, it's pretty time consuming. Maybe I'll just put it would be much easier just to put the whole thing up, but obviously that's not quite so doable on YouTube, but maybe elsewhere it would be, like I've mentioned before. Maybe if I do that, that's the only place I'll put it. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I just talk off the top of my head. I'm just talking out loud. This is just me talking out loud in the early morning hours when I really should just shut up now. Okay, you guys. Wow. That took a big tangent. Sorry. Later.